thinking?
Obviously, a lot of people upset. A lot of people are saying that Shedeur Sanders didn't deserve this. Obviously, when you look at the stats statistically, there are so many other suitors that could have gone to the Pro Bowl. Honestly, Unc, this is one that is a bit confusing to me. As much as I love Shedeur Sanders, there are many others that should have gotten that opportunity to go. I am happy that he's been awarded and afforded the opportunity to go to the Pro Bowl in his first year. But maybe you can clarify and give me a little bit more clarity as to why the other players.
But why the hell isn't he putting Shedeur Sanders? We're all waiting to see the Shedeur Sanders be the guy or Gabriel, whatever. Something's missing. Something's missing with this kid. This kid talks. He runs his mouth like I could be a starting quarterback with his arms crossed like this. Get your ass in the front row and study and do all that. If I know, the whole league knows. Quit being an embarrassment that way. You got the talent to be the quarterback. You should be. You should be embarrassed that you're not the quarterback now.
We'll see if they make a change there.
Last week, they were down by 10, came back to win the game, but a different story today.
Shedeur Sanders just lit Rex Ryan up after allegedly realizing Rex was moving in the shadows, trying to block his Pro Bowl 2026 nod. And hold up, this gets messy fast. Listen to this, because what Shedeur said on a leaked phone call is now torching Ryan's credibility all across the NFL landscape. While Shannon Sharpe and H.O. Sino were breaking down Shedeur's controversial Pro Bowl selection on Nightcap, H.O. even admitted, statistically speaking, there were plenty of other names that could have been picked. But sources say Rex Ryan was allegedly one of the loudest people pushing back, calling multiple NFL decision-makers and saying 7 games wasn't enough and that the kid flat out didn't earn it. Girl, once Shedeur allegedly learned about Rex's behind-the-scenes campaign through a leaked group text, he didn't hesitate. He went full nuclear. And what he reportedly said about Rex's jealousy toward Dion and his bitter coaching resume has the entire football world choosing sides in real time. You won't believe this, but the audio from that phone confrontation could seriously put an end to Rex Ryan's media career.
Maybe, obviously, Ocho, maybe it's a situation where the fan vote, there's like, because you got to think about it, Ocho, they're down to like the 6th or 7th alternate. The Pro Bowl does not have the same recognition that it once did. It used to mean something to go to the Pro Bowl,
Who
Ocho.
you telling?
It used to mean something. And when you look at that ball and you see all those names, you saw the Elways and the Marinos and the Tom Brady's and the Peyton Mannings and the guys, like I said, it wasn't like a regular season game.
Look, let me be crystal clear from jump. What I'm about to break down runs way deeper than people realize. This is not just some random Pro Bowl debate. This is about Rex Ryan allegedly running a quiet, behind-the-scenes mission to tear down Shedeur Sanders' name and watching it blow up in his face spectacularly. So let's start with what everyone saw in public, because Shannon Sharpe and Ocho had a nightcap exchange that perfectly framed the chaos. Shannon kicked it off by saying almost casually that Shedeur Sanders had been named to the Pro Bowl. Shedeur was selected as the replacement for Drake May, who's preparing to play in Super Bowl 60. On the surface, that sounds simple, right? An alternate spot, a fill-in, no big drama. But then Ocho stepped in and shifted the entire tone. Ocho pointed out that obviously a lot of people were heated. He said many fans feel Shedeur didn't earn the selection. He added that when you break it down statistically, there were plenty of other players who could have gone to the Pro Bowl. He even admitted, honestly, that the pick confused him. And this is coming from someone who openly supports Shedeur Sanders, yet still believes others deserved that opportunity more. That's Ocho, a supporter, saying that on paper the move just doesn't line up. He even singled out Trevor Lawrence as a name who arguably should have gotten the nod instead. But hold up, because this is where things take a turn. While Shannon and Ocho were debating this live on Nightcap, something far more explosive was allegedly unfolding behind closed doors. Multiple sources claim Rex Ryan had been non-stop on the phones for days, pushing hard to block Shedeur from making the Pro Bowl. And when the selection went through anyway, Rex allegedly snapped. Now let me explain how Shedeur supposedly learned about Rex's alleged sabotage, because this part hits different. League insiders say there's a private group chat made up of football people, former coaches, and media insiders. It's nothing official, just football people talking shop, sharing opinions, and arguing takes like they always do. But in late January 2026, right after the Pro Bowl roster dropped, screenshots from that group chat allegedly leaked. And in those messages, Rex Ryan was reportedly going off about Shedeur. Sources say Rex allegedly typed something along the lines of calling the selection a joke. He allegedly said Shedeur Sanders had no business being in the Pro Bowl. 7 games, are you serious? He allegedly claimed this was Deion pulling strings, that the NFL was bowing to social media pressure, and that this move cheapened what the Pro Bowl used to stand for.
But congratulations, Shedeur. Look, no matter what, people are going to be upset about it. He didn't deserve to go. But they had to have somebody else, and it seems like these other guys weren't interested in it. So, I mean, what do you want them to do? Just send 2 guys? Hey, Justin Herbert could have easily opted out because he had surgery on his non-throwing hand. But I guess for what he's need to do, it's not going to, I don't think it's going to.
Now look, having an opinion is one thing, and that part is fair game. Plenty of people believe Shedeur should have made it, or shouldn't have made it. But Rex allegedly didn't stop at just sharing an opinion. According to those leaked messages, Rex reportedly went a step further and contacted multiple people tied to the Pro Bowl selection process, coaches, former players, and NFL executives, allegedly pushing his argument that Shedeur should be left out. One source claims Rex allegedly said during a phone call, "If we allow this, if we reward a kid with a 3-4 record and average stats just because his dad is famous, we're sending the wrong signal to every young quarterback in this league." And hold up, that's not just commentary, that's active interference. That's working behind closed doors to block someone from an opportunity. And when Shedeur allegedly found out, he didn't just shrug it off. According to people close to the situation, Shedeur got Rex Ryan's number through mutual connections and called him himself. No publicist, no agent, just Shedeur and Rex, man to man on the phone. And what allegedly went down during that call is being whispered about like NFL folklore already. Sources familiar with the conversation say Shedeur opened by asking, "Rex, I'm hearing you've been campaigning against me making the Pro Bowl. Is that true?" Rex allegedly tried to downplay it, saying something like, "Look, kid, it's not personal. I just felt there were more deserving guys." And that's when Shedeur allegedly snapped back. He reportedly said, "Nothing personal. You've been calling executives saying I don't deserve it? You've been in group chats saying my dad is pulling strings? You've been trying to sabotage my career before it even starts, and you want to tell me it's not personal?" Rex allegedly attempted to explain himself, but Shedeur wasn't finished. According to sources, Shedeur then said, "Let me ask you something, Rex. When's the last time you actually succeeded at anything in football?" He allegedly continued, saying Rex had 2 solid years with the Jets almost 15 years ago. Since then, what exactly has he done? He got fired in Buffalo. He got fired again by the Jets. He couldn't even make it work as a defensive coordinator. And now he's sitting in a TV studio criticizing a young quarterback trying to build his career. That's savage. That's a 22-year-old rookie dismantling a former NFL head coach's entire resume in real time. But Shedeur allegedly wasn't done yet. He reportedly added, "You know what this is really about, Rex? You're jealous of my father. You're bitter that Deion succeeded everywhere he went while you flamed out. You're mad he's more respected, more successful, and more relevant than you'll ever be. So you take it out on me."
He could make Pro Bowls legitimately on performance in the near future. I do. But the point was and is that on draw, he's a Pro Bowler to me. On interest detonated, he's a Pro Bowler. On magnetism, on eyeballs, on all the things that we've talked about on this show, people watch Shedeur Sanders. So for me, the National Football League made a shrewd move, and I'm not sure how far down the list they needed to go because, hey,
According to people familiar with that call, Rex went completely quiet for a few seconds. Then he allegedly came back with, "You don't know what you're talking about." And Shedeur reportedly fired right back, saying, "I know exactly what I'm talking about, and now everybody else is going to know too, because those texts you sent, they leaked." He allegedly added that everyone could now see exactly what Rex was trying to do. That's the moment Rex supposedly realized he was finished. The messages were out, the alleged sabotage was exposed, and Shedeur had just put him on blast directly. Now let's get into why Rex's alleged actions are so messed up, because Shannon Sharpe actually broke this down perfectly on Nightcap without even knowing any of this Rex drama was happening. Shannon said the Pro Bowl doesn't carry the same weight it used to. He explained that back in the day, making the Pro Bowl actually meant something. And look, I've seen the comments too, people saying Shedeur didn't deserve it. That happens. He's not the first alternate to ever make a Pro Bowl, and he definitely won't be the last. Shannon's point was simple and accurate. The Pro Bowl today is basically a participation trophy. Players decline, alternates slide in. It's nowhere near the prestigious honor it once was when guys flew to Hawaii and actually competed. Shannon even pointed out that Patrick Mahomes was hurt, Bo Nix was hurt, and he questioned whether some of the other names would have even gone that far down the list. He said he didn't think Lamar was going. There's a strong chance the league reached out and those guys were like, "Nah, I'm good." Aaron Rodgers probably said, "Nah, I don't need that trip." So if Lamar Jackson, Aaron Rodgers, and Trevor Lawrence all declined, which is what's allegedly being reported, then Shedeur was simply next up. That's literally how the process works. And for Rex Ryan to allegedly campaign against that, that's not football analysis, that's not commentary, that's sabotage. But here's where Shedeur's response really shows his maturity and his intelligence. Because after that phone call allegedly took place, Shedeur didn't jump on social media, he didn't hold a press conference, he didn't publicly drag Rex. Instead, he allegedly shared the audio from that phone call with a few trusted media figures. And once those clips started circulating, the football world went crazy. Fans split right down the middle. Some said Shedeur crossed the line by talking to a former coach like that. Others said Rex got exactly what was coming to him for allegedly trying to derail a rookie's career. But NFL insiders, they were all on the same page. Multiple reports say coaches and executives were privately applauding Shedeur for standing his ground. One GM allegedly told a reporter, "Rex has been doing this for years. He's bitter, he's jealous, he takes shots at people who were more successful than him. It was only a matter of time before someone checked him." Another coach reportedly said Shedeur handled that perfectly. He didn't let Rex bully him. He didn't fold. That's the mindset you want in a franchise quarterback. And even Shannon Sharpe's final point on Nightcap, without knowing anything about the Rex situation, perfectly explains why Shedeur was right to defend himself.
My first year in Baltimore, I was the first alternate, and my last 2 years in Denver, I was first alternate. Now, I definitely should have made it. My first year in Baltimore, you can go check the stats of all the tight ends. Gonzo made it. Tony Gonzalez made it, deservedly so. But you look, I should have been the second guy. I should have been there. And then my second year in Denver, behind Gonzo again, I should have made it. But hey, really nothing to be complaining about. 8 times in 14 years.
Shannon said it best. No matter what anyone thinks, Shedeur Sanders, whether he makes another Pro Bowl or not, will always be remembered as a Pro Bowler. How he got there? That's irrelevant. Decades from now, 5, 10, 15, even 30 years, nobody's going to remember he was an alternate. All they'll see on the resume is Pro Bowler. And Rex Ryan, his career will still read fired multiple times and bitter. Even Ocho, who was initially confused about why Shedeur got selected, eventually came around. He said, no matter how you feel, you have to put Pro Bowler in front of that name before anything else. Stats aside, whether he deserved it or not, the players ahead of him declined, so he was next in line. Therefore, he's a Pro Bowler. That's the key point. Shedeur didn't campaign for this. He didn't lobby. He was next in line. And for Rex Ryan to allegedly try to block that, that crosses the line. Now here's where it allegedly gets even crazier after the audio leaked. Sources say ESPN, where Rex works as an analyst, called an emergency meeting about the situation. They were reportedly trying to figure out if Rex violated any company policies by allegedly campaigning against a player's Pro Bowl selection. Rex allegedly defended himself, claiming he was just expressing an opinion and had every right to question whether Shedeur deserved it. But ESPN executives reportedly weren't buying it. One source claims they told Rex there's a difference between analysis and advocacy. If you're actively calling people to prevent a player from getting selected, that's not analysis, that's a hit job. As of now, Rex allegedly remains employed by ESPN, but insiders say his reputation with players and coaches has taken a major hit. Meanwhile, Shedeur is quietly preparing for the Pro Bowl, letting his actions speak louder than words. That's poise. That's maturity. That's exactly the kind of mentality you want from a young quarterback destined to lead a franchise. Shannon Sharpe ended the Nightcap segment by saying, "Congratulations, Shedeur. Look, not everybody's going to be happy, but it is what it is." And Shannon's right. Not everyone is happy. Rex Ryan, definitely not happy. The haters, not happy. But Shedeur Sanders, he's a Pro Bowler, and no behind-the-scenes sabotage could change that. So here's my question for you. Was Shedeur justified in calling out Rex for allegedly sabotaging his Pro Bowl selection, or should he have just ignored it and moved on? And here's the bigger one. If you were a 22-year-old rookie and discovered a bitter former coach was actively working against you, how would you react? Shedeur Sanders allegedly destroyed Rex Ryan on a private phone call after uncovering his sabotage campaign. Shannon Sharpe and Ocho debated whether Shedeur deserved the honor. What they didn't know, Rex was allegedly plotting behind the scenes to stop it. When Shedeur found out, he didn't back down. He called Rex directly and exposed his jealousy, his failed coaching career, and his bitterness toward Dion. The leaked audio may have ended Rex's credibility forever, but it proved Shedeur has the mental toughness of a franchise quarterback. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Was Shedeur justified in calling out Rex for allegedly sabotaging his Pro Bowl selection, or should he have just ignored it and moved on? And here's the bigger one. If you were a 22-year-old rookie and discovered a bitter former coach was actively working against you, how would you react? Hit the comments and let me know. And if you want to stay ahead of all the Shedeur Sanders drama, all the behind-the-scenes NFL politics, and all the stories about players standing up to bitter critics, smash that subscribe button right now, because this Pro Bowl could just be the start of Shedeur proving everyone wrong. Trust me, you do not want to miss what happens next.